Hello everybody and welcome to my Medibang Paint Pro tutorial. As you can see on the top left, there's a bunch of different tabs you can open, like Illustrate, Draw Manga, Open File, Open Recent Files, and Open from the Cloud. Since most of you are new to Medibang, so just go to Illustrate, and then it will create a new image. But it's gonna ask for the size of the canvas and all, so just you don't need to change the size unless you're looking for a specific size for the canvas you're gonna create. So just press OK, and now your canvas will be open. And this is your canvas. You have a bunch of different tools, a bunch of different options, and it does look a little bit complicated, but we'll go over that. So most important thing you need to know is, let me turn on my tablet actually. If you have a drawing tablet, this will be perfect. If not, then mouse and keyboard does work. You can also download this onto your mobile devices like iPhone, iPad, Android, whatever. And now my tablet's on, I can show you. On top here, these are your paintbrushes. So everything in this will be what you're drawing with. This is where you get all your colors and stuff. So drag this cursor for whatever shade of color you like. I'm gonna go for black because that's what you're gonna use for the pencil. And you can also use this to change the color in general. This will be your eraser. You can also press E on your keyboard to go straight to the eraser. This tool is to draw perfectly straight lines. And up here too, once you click this, you can see a bunch of other options showing up like this. This little zigzag line. So now this is your paint bucket. If you don't feel like painting if you don't feel like painting everything, you can use that paint bucket. But to make the painting pop a little more, I always just paint myself. But pick whatever color you like. I'm gonna go for blue, and the bucket covers the whole canvas in blue. If you want like a certain part of like your drawing to be painted, all you have to do is just like say draw something. I'm gonna draw a stick figure, not in that color. And take the bucket, pick whatever color you like. I'm gonna go for blue. Bam! It only colors inside this circle. So do whatever you like with that. And now we're gonna go to another important part, which is all the paintbrushes. So now on the bottom, I'm not sure if you can see it because my settings are a bit different. But if you do see it, then this is all your brushes right here. You got a pencil, a sharp pen, which makes the pen look sharp, of course, a regular pen, mapping pen, just a bunch of different little brushes here. Regular watercolor, which is a very just like straightforward color. And watercolor, which is a little more soft, depending on how thick it is. Also, when you go up here to brush control, you can change how big your brush is. So keep on sliding it up if you want it bigger. Let me go back to black. Yeah. You want the color to be a little more visible. Just slide this up, and now the color is a little more darker. But for pencil, I recommend to keep it very thin if you're doing it, because pencil is important for sketching. Now we're gonna go to watercolor, and for watercolor, the settings that I would prefer for watercolor is well, the size could be whatever, but the opacity, which is right here, how deep the color is. You could keep it like around the middle. That's not a good color to choose. I'd keep it about this deep of a color. It's not too overbearing, and it's not too light. You can see everything just fine, you know. Let's go to an example of something that I created with Medibang. Alright, so this is what I created with Medibang. So first we're gonna... Oh, okay. Maybe I should explain this first, but I will just show you how the process came to be. So, start off the sketch, all in pencil, of course. This is where everything's created. Your draft is created here, and this is basically gonna be the center of your piece. So everything is based around this, essentially. So once you're done with the sketch, you go right to layers. So layers are pretty interesting. You press this button here, and you'll create an extra layer, which is basically, think about it in real life, where you have two sheets of paper. One sheet of paper is your sketch, and now you're taking out another sheet of paper and putting the sheet of paper, say, on top of it. So this is our second sheet of paper, which is on top of our sketch. This is the pen, basically what's going to be in our final piece. So you just trace your pen over the sketch to solidify all your lines, and you see it doesn't look as messy, and it looks very clean. Why would you put the pen layer over the sketch? Is because it would go under the sketch if you put it under. So everything that goes behind the sketch will go below. Everything that goes in front of the sketch will go above the sketch. And this is the background paint right here. Yep. So only things that you keep visible when you're painting is your pen and your paint layer. That's it. When you're doing paint, it is important, very important, that you keep the paint under your sketch or your pen. The reason is because when you're painting, just like in real life, when you're painting on the same sheet of paper with pencil or pen, you see smudges like this. And as you continue to paint, the smudges will kind of mess up the color that you have going on your painting, and you don't want that to happen. So what you do is you create a layer, and you put the layer below the sketch. It doesn't have to be far below the sketch, just at least like right below the sketch. This was just a brief explanation on how Medibang works. If you were in class and had any questions, I already would have answered them for you. But if you have any extra questions, just drop them below in the comments and I will answer it. I hope this explanation helped. I'm not really good at explaining stuff, if you couldn't tell, but thank you for watching, and I hope all of you have good luck on this project. Thanks.